In the rural farming villages of Haryana, India, wealth is typically measured in land and livestock. But in 2001, ex-MLA Relu Ram Poonia occupied a different world entirely. Poonia's mansion in Barwala was legendary. It featured a custom concrete ramp designed so his car could drive all the way to the second floor, parking directly inside his master bedroom. On August 23, 2001, that mansion hosted a family birthday party. By dawn, 8 family members were dead, beaten to death in their beds. Among the victims was a 40-day-old infant. Relu Ram's youngest daughter, Sonia, and her husband, Sanjeev, orchestrated the massacre from the inside. They spent months planning the attack, driven by the prospect of inheriting the family's factories, cash, and hundreds of acres of prime real estate. This systematic execution of an entire bloodline triggered 2 decades of legal maneuvers that would eventually place the inheritance rights for the Poonia estate in the hands of the Indian judicial system. The friction began when Sonia demanded her father sell 50 acres of land to fund her husband's business. Her brother, Sunil, blocked the sale, creating a rift that Sonia decided to resolve permanently. Investigators later found Sonia's diary, which contained entries detailing her hatred and specifically vowing to kill the family members she believed were standing in her way. During the party, Sonia prepared the kheer herself. While in the kitchen, she spiked the bowls with heavy sedatives, ensuring everyone would be unconscious within an hour. Once the family was sedated, Sonia turned the house's music system to maximum volume. The loud songs were intended to mask sounds from the bedrooms. For 2 hours, Sonia and Sanjeev moved through the mansion with heavy iron rods. They went room to room, bludgeoning 8 unconscious relatives to death one by one. This was a methodical clearing of the inheritance line. By the time they were finished, the couple believed they had eliminated every person who could legally claim a share of the Poonia fortune. Despite an airtight case and a full confession leading to a death sentence, the killers were never executed. Their legal strategy focused on bureaucracy. By filing a continuous cycle of mercy petitions, they intentionally created an administrative backlog to prevent a final execution date from being set. The petitions reached the highest level in 2013, when President Pranab Mukherjee formally rejected the final plea for mercy. In 2014, the Supreme Court of India issued a landmark ruling regarding the use of the death penalty. The court ruled that if a death row inmate is kept waiting for over 5 years for a decision on their mercy plea, the sentence must be commuted to life imprisonment to prevent what the court termed legal torture. Today, Sanjeev and Sonia remain alive. Sanjeev even managed to escape on parole for a period, living as a fake holy man in Gujarat, while Sonia was eventually granted bail and walked out of prison. By exploiting the state's inability to process paperwork within its own deadlines, 2 killers successfully bypassed the death penalty. With the killers alive and the primary heirs dead, the multi-million-dollar estate entered a legal vacuum. Who was left to inherit? Under the Hindi Succession Act, children are Class 1 heirs and brothers are Class 2. But a murderer is disqualified from inheriting from their victim, so Sonia's claim was erased. The property bypassed her, legally awarded to Relu Ram's brothers. However, the law contains a specific exception. Sonia has a son who was 18 months old at the time of the murders. While the act bars a murderer from inheriting, it does not bar their innocent offspring. Sonia's son remains an untainted Class 1 heir. As a direct grandson, the law views him as a more senior heir than his uncles. This gives him the legal standing to sue the rest of the family to claim the entire Poonia fortune for himself. If a court rules in his favor, the massive inheritance Sonia killed 8 people for will legally transfer to her own child. It is a stark reminder that in complex legal systems, the letter of the law can sometimes produce results that look nothing like justice.